Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lobos Baseball here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Coverage to Lobos Baseball here on a beautiful Friday afternoon, Friday evening here at the Doghouse. Here in the backyard at Little Elm High School, as we've had a change in the first pitch. Instead of a 7 p.m. first pitch, they backed it up to 7:25. We had a very competitive JV game that went down to the wire and went past their time. Unfortunately, a loss for the Lobos JV squad to the Flower Mound Jaguars. But the Lobos here, varsity, here on the rubber match against the Flower Mound Jaguars. It was a 3-1 loss on Tuesday night for the Lobos. A tough game, but a very good competitive game between these two squads. They went up against their top pitcher, Cooper, the UT commit. Had a lot of great stuff, a lot of great velocity, good pitches. But the Lobos were able to frustrate him most of the game, but they were able to pull that out in the end and be able to take the win 3-1 towards the end of that ball game. The Lobos will look to get back here on this matchup here this afternoon in the rubber match. Lobos coming in now 2-1 on the regular season in district play, looking to go 3-1 after tonight. They are undefeated here at the backyard, and hopefully that will continue here tonight. We got a lot of festivities going on. We got to mention, congratulations to, it is Ellie Coaches Night tonight, and also the Booster Club for the Lobos have deemed it Hawaiian Night as well. So we've got leis on. They're going around passing out Hawaiian leis for everybody to wear here tonight for this ball game as the Lobos hit the field to start getting set up, getting prepared for their ball game here tonight. They backed up the time because of that JV game, so to give these two teams the time to kind of work out and kind of get their kinks out ready to go for this baseball game. We did talk to Coach Harbin. We'll have that a little bit later on, but it is Ellie Coaches Night tonight. Congratulations to the Little Elm Lobos varsity basketball, the 6A Division II state champions. They got it done down in San Antonio, and I watched part of that game. Some of the streaming we can catch during that game, and I'll tell you what a fantastic job the Lobos did in that game. Great defense, just a stymieing defense that kept the other team well out of their game. It tired them out. By the second, going in the third quarter, they were gassed, and it was all Lobos. Congratulations to the Little Elm Lobos, the first state championship in school history here in Little Elm. And as Coach Harbin mentioned, you'll hear him talk about this during his pregame show. It puts Little Elm on the map as, quote, one of those dudes. And we are proud to be part of the Little Elm Lobos family here, at least here in the baseball arena, as they get set for their rubber match game coming up next. Keep it here. When we come back, we'll talk to Coach Harbin and get ready for some of the on-field festivities here during pregame warm-ups. This is Lobos Baseball here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Welcome back to the pregame show here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio, and here with Coach Harbin. Coach, Tuesday night's game, very, very good game, competitive game all the way down until it came to the end, and then they managed to get on top of us 3-1.
Yeah, no, I felt we had a good game plan, and we had our chances. You know, Cooper's a really good pitcher, and he's got really good stuff, and so when you face a guy like that, you have to take advantage of the opportunities you got. And we had a couple bunts we didn't get down that could have probably got us where we were going to that 6th inning and 7th inning with a lead and not tied. And so that was kind of the message of, you know, we told them before the game, if they play well and we play well, there's going to be 3, maybe 4 plays that sway this game. And sure enough, we had 3 that we didn't execute, and it swayed their way, and they ended up being the difference in the game.
We come in tonight, this game, the rubber match on this, and Flower Mound has always been that little thorn in the side, you know, for the Lobos. But like I said, Tuesday's game was very encouraging watching them play this game. Like you mentioned, the pitcher Cooper is a top-rated pitcher, and we frustrated him several innings. There were times he was frustrated. Is that something that, you know, you talked about with the team going into this game about, you know, how to approach this game without him on the mound?
Well, you know, that's all part of the gamemanship, and, you know, I was getting yelled at by players and parents and everybody else at that game, and I kind of liked it. So, you know, there's certain pitchers that want to move fast and want to get in rhythm, and when you can slow them down and you can make them wait, they don't know how to handle it, and he was one of those guys. And they've got a couple other guys like that too that we know if we face them, then that's what's gonna help us get him out of the rhythm. And we got Cooper pretty flustered, really about the 3rd inning, and then he kind of got not as flustered, but he threw a lot more pitches than I think he wanted to, and he went above what he normally does and what he has been doing in terms of pitch count to come out for that 7th, which tells me that game plan worked against him. And I talked to him after the game, a little bit after him, and told him what a good job I thought he did. And of course, when he was walking off the mound, as I go to shake his hand, the first thing he says is like, "Coach, you guys had me frustrated all night." And so, you know, when we see guys like that, and we've gotten really good at recognizing guys like that, we have the systems that we slow them down, and we have our ways to do it to where it's part of the game, and it's not, I guess, it doesn't break, you know, the rules or whatever, because, you know, umpires only give batters a certain amount of time that they can call time before they tell them, no, you guys stay in. And so we figured out ways that I can slow them down. And so if you watch closely, if I'm doing it, I really don't have that bad of eyesight. I just act like I do. And I really don't ever really call that many signs, but that's when you'll know what I'm doing. So if they throw the guy we think they're going to throw, we're probably going to have that same game plan of slowing him down to get him out of his rhythm. There's a couple guys that they're not like that. They're not trying to move fast, and so that helps the hitter. So then the hitter can use his timeouts when he wants to for him, and not do it for the pitcher, which is also part of the game plan and teaching our kids how to do that.
Evan King on the mound tonight.
Yep, Evan King's back at it. He's got great stuff, and I know he was off a little bit against Braswell, but he did everything he needed to do to keep us in the game until we decided to make the change. And you know, he left when we had a lead, and that's all you ask of guys when they don't have their best stuff. Just when it's time for us to pull you, make sure we're either got a lead or it's tied or we got a chance to win. And that was a lesson for him. And then now it's been going back and figuring out why he was a little off. Was it his preparation? Was it something off with what he was doing movement-wise, stuff like that? So that's what we've been working on for the past week.
Home games are always festive here at Little Elm,
Yeah.
and tonight is LE Coaches Night.
There is.
And
No bigger night than tonight when I think about this. Saturday, the Lobos basketball won the 6A state championship.
Yeah, the first state championship in Little High School history.
Yeah.
And you know, we knew going into this year and before the year that they had something special, and they had a special team, and you know, we've had teams that have had a lot of talent, and for one reason or another, whether they don't gel or they don't play well together, or they're not doing things right off the field or off the court in this case, something always ends up catching up to them. And that's one of the things we tell these guys is, you know, this game will expose you and will expose your biggest weakness at the worst time for the team. And with these guys and with Coach Barnett's team, you never really saw that weakness. They were great kids off the court. They don't get in trouble. They all make good grades. And none more than Kensington. I had Kensington in class, and when he was a sophomore, and he was the leader and he was the gel. And when you have a team like that and you watch, well, now it's just staying focused game to game and not looking forward. And Coach Barnett and Coach Bishop and Coach Jackson and Coach Washington, that was one of the part of their messages every day. Every day was just winning the day and worrying about the day. And you know, I wasn't able to make it to San Antonio, so I ended up going up to Towers to watch the games. I knew they were showing it, and it was one in, one out. It was packed. And the community has been so great since then. We're doing a big celebration next Thursday night at the stadium at 6 o'clock for them. And Coach Barnett is, you know, a man like that. You know, he's asked me to get information out to the elementary schools, to have some elementary school kids walk out with the players on the field, and then he wants to do legacy walks at every elementary school with the seniors and kind of keep building and really make this a community deal, which is awesome. But it was great. It also shows the rest of these kids and programs that we can do it, that it is possible.
And as an assistant athletic director, this has got to be exciting for you as well.
It is. It's great. I wish I could have been there, but being in season and stuff with everything we had going on, I couldn't. We did have some baseball players make the trip down there, and you know, our baseball guys were at every one of their games supporting them. Sometimes we had to correct their supportedness, but they're learning. But it's great that they were able to break that barrier for us and for athletics and for the town. And we're hoping that this opens some eyes to a lot of people, especially our athletes, that no, we aren't just that little town that everybody kind of looks down upon anymore, that we can be the dudes and we can be the guys and we can be the best and we can beat the best.
All right, Coach. Good luck tonight, and go Lobos.
Go Lobos.
All right, keep it here. First pitch coming up next.
as the pregame festivities continue, it is LEH's Coaches Night. Little Elm High School Coaches Night here at the ball game here at the backyard. Lobos getting set to take on the Flower Mound Jaguars in game 2 of this matchup here in this district matchup. You heard some of the words from Coach Harbin. What he thought about game 1 and what their approach is here for game 2. A lot of the same. Trying to frustrate these pitchers. Something that we noticed in that game was they love to move fast. The pitchers like to get that flow going very, very quickly. As soon as the batter steps into the box and starts to set his feet, they're starting in their motion to try to make that pitch. So the batters are having to back out, call timeout, and stop that progress and slow this game up. And that is something I'm sure they'll take that approach to once again. Starting lineups for Flower Mound, we'll go ahead and run that down. From their batting order down, the left fielder starting things off here, and it's going to be number 8, and that is going to be Beckett Williams. The shortstop batting second is going to be number 2, Connor Jennings. The third baseman is number 3, Trent Juarez, batting third. Batting fourth is the center fielder wearing number 4. That's going to be Roman Stevens. First baseman, number 2, Connor Skinner is batting second at shortstop. Cooper Skinner. And then batting fifth is going to be Connor Jennings. Batting sixth is number 10. That's going to be Cale Rogers as the designated hitter. The catcher batting seventh is going to be number 11. That's going to be Blant Plashik. And then the right fielder batting 8th, number 1, Frank May. Batting 9th is the second baseman, number 22. That is going to be Jackson Sarter. And then pitching and not batting, the DH will be taking care of him. That's going to be number 19, Mason Duncan. 6'5", 250-pound right-hander, junior pitcher for the Flower Mound Jaguars. For the Lobos, their batting order coming up to start this game will be our shortstop, Maddox Green. Leading off, batting second, Matthew Durner out of left field. Evan King, the pitcher, number 11. Batting third, batting fourth is Mateo Perez, the third base. Batting fifth will be Will Buck at second base. Batting sixth, Josh Alewe out of center field. Batting seventh is Mark Krusiak, the right fielder. And batting eighth will be Cole Daly, the DH. Batting ninth will be Gabe Guetta, the catcher, and not batting but playing first base will be number 12, Andrew Richardson. That is our lineups as they get set for the pregame festivities. We'll be back. 7:25 is the new first pitch. We got about 10 minutes. Keep it here. We're watching Lobos baseball here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. welcome back as all the festivities are done. The new head coach for the Little Elm Lobos, Coach Jackson, will be throwing out the ceremonial first pitch for this game as he tries to build and rebuild the Lobos football program into a state championship competing program, as they honored the LEHS coaches here today, and head coach Barnett from the varsity basketball, the 6A Division II state champions. First state champion here for the Little Elm High School history. So congratulations to them and everything they have accomplished this season. As Evan King gets things warmed up. At first base, we mentioned Andrew Richardson. Over at second base, it's going to be Will Buck. The shortstop is Maddox Green. The third baseman is Mateo Perez. Behind the plate is Gabe Getter. Out in left field is Matt Durner. In center field is Josh Alewe. And out in right field is Mark Krusiak. And on the mound, Evan King. Evan coming into this ball game as the second top pitcher in the program. 17.2 innings pitched. He's 1-1 on the season so far. He's got allowed 11 hits, 10 runs, 21 walks, 14 strikeouts. He's got 5 hit batters. He's got a 3.96 ERA and a 1.811 whip. Had a decent game against Braswell on Friday last week. He got the win, but it was a struggle. Some of his mechanics that we're talking about, as Coach Hartman was talking to me a little bit off camera about him, is like they worked on some things on his routine and things like that, and they hope to have a really good outing here tonight. As we get set to play this ball game is underway. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Kenny Long with you here.
Putting on fourth line, out left fielder number 8, Beckett Williams.
And Beckett Williams will start things off here, the left-hander. A lot of lefties on this Flower Mound team. First batter faced here for Evan King to start this ball game. And first pitch is in there for strike one. Beautiful pitch. And hits this one right at Evan. He can't glove it, and he gets through for a single to start things off. So runner at first base with no outs here for the Jaguars.
Batting second, flying shortstop number 9, Cooper Skinner.
Rocket right there to his right side and wasn't able to glove it. Now Skinner, the shortstop, comes to the plate. Back-to-back lefties here for the Jaguars. Evan throws to first, not in time. Squares up the bunt, throws a strike right down the middle. 0-1 the count. Another throw to first base, not in time. King's got the sign, is ready to go. Squares up to bunt. That'll bring Mateo in. He'll pull it back, and that hits the outside corner for strike two. Good location pitching this time here by Evan. Throw to first. fouls that one off. Foul ball brought to you by the Pack Athletic Club, Little Elm area's #1 youth baseball and softball development program. Top of the first brought to you by 1228 Vend, providing premier custom solutions for vending and markets in the DFW area and beyond. 0-2 the count, no outs, runner at first base here in the top of the first inning. Here's the pitch from Evan. And gets him swinging on an outside pitch. And the first strikeout of the night for King. Keeps the runner at first base.
And third, playing third base #3, Trent Juarez.
Now Juarez. And Flower Mound sending 3 back-to-back lefties. Curveball hits the inside corner for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch and hits this one foul and out of play. Evan launched that one at about 88 miles an hour. Up in the count, 0-2 on Juarez. And gets the inside corner, strike 3 at 90. Mile-per-hour fastball on the inside corner. Back-to-back strikeouts for Evan King. Two outs, a runner at first base here in the top of the first. Here's the throw to first base, not in time. And outside corner, caught him check swinging, strike 1. That'll miss outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw to first, not in time. There's the 1-1. Misses inside low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Curveball misses high. 3-1. Looked like a pretty pitch. And he'll walk him. And puts runners at first and second with 2 outs.
Batting fifth, the first baseman #2, Connor Jennings.
Outside, misses, ball one. Throw to second, not in time. One 0 pitch, that's right down the middle for strike one. That's going to be hit towards second base. Buck with the throw to first in time, and they get out of the inning with no runs scored, one hit, no runs, 2 strikeouts, and 2 strikeouts so far to start things off here for the Lobos and Evan King, and they come up here at the bottom of the first inning. It's Lobos baseball here on NYSR National News Sports Radio. Bottom of the first inning brought to you by Absolute Construction, residential roof repairs, replacements, and installation services. Starting things off here for the Lobos, Maddox Green, Matthew Derner, and Evan King are your batters. Start things off here at the bottom of the first inning. Green comes to the plate and takes a pitch high and inside, ball one. Green coming in batting .341 on the season. And he'll take a first pitch down the middle for strike. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count to Maddox. One pitch inside, just misses him. 2 balls and a strike. There's the 2-1. And he'll hit this one well out towards center field. And the center fielder gets underneath it, makes the catch for the first out.
The left fielder, number 4, Matthew Derner.
Now Matty Derner will come to the plate. Matty batting .340 on the season, 17 hits. He's got 5 RBIs, 4 run scores, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases. And he'll hit this one in the left center for a single. Right over the shortstop to start things off here for the Lobos. So runner at first base. And now Evan King.
The pitcher, number 11, Evan King.
Evan batting .341 on the season. 15 hits, 5 home runs on the season, 17 RBIs, 8 runs scored, 12 walks, and 10 strikeouts. The runner at first base, first pitch is outside, ball 1. Pitch, inside, misses, 2-0. Pitch, throw to first, not in time. Matty Durner on first base with 1 out. Here in the bottom of the first inning, 0-0 is our score. He'll square at the bunt, pops it up, foul. Foul ball brought to you by the Pack Athletic Club, Little Elm Area's #1 youth baseball and softball development program. 2 balls and a strike. Two-one pitch to Evan, and he'll hit this one foul and out of play. Evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two-two pitch, and he'll hit this one out towards center field, and that will be caught actually right in the infield. It looked a little harder hit than it did. From our vantage, but popped out to the shortstop, and there's 2 away. And Mateo Perez now comes to the plate. Mateo comes in batting .176, 6 hits. He's got 2 home runs on the season, 5 RBIs, 3 walks, 3 runs, 4 walks, 9 strikeouts, and 2 stolen bases. And he'll take a first pitch on the outside corner for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 to Mateo. Inside, misses, 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw to first base, not in time. Runner at first base with 2 outs on a 1-1 count to Mateo. And Mateo calls time. And he'll hit this one foul and gets out of play down the first base side. Foul ball brought to you by the Pack Athletic Club. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Mateo, with Will Buck on deck. And he'll hit this one out towards right field, and that will get out of play and foul as well. Keeps the count at 1-2. Lobos baseball all year long here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Proud to be the coverage of the Little Lone Lobos. There's the 1-2 pitch, and inside misses, and the throw to second, and they're going to get him on the pickoff. So they'll pick off Durner. It's trying to steal second base, and we head to the top of the second inning, all tied at 0. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Rogers, Plassick, and May are your batters up next here for the Jaguars. Evan King is second inning of work. As he gets things started here to start top of the second inning. Brought to you by Infinity Personal Training, the best personal training in Frisco. And first pitch just misses low outside, ball 1. That's a curveball that cuts inside for a strike. One pitch. And that's going to be hit to short. Green with the throw to first. In time for the out.
Catcher number 11, Brian Plassick.
Now the catcher, Plassick. And time called at the plate. That pitch runs high and outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, And this is hit hard down the third base line, but goes foul. Foul ball brought to you by McKee Law Firm, Personal Injury and Auto Accident Legal Services. Here in this top of the second inning. Was the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that's a beautiful curveball on the outside that hits for strike 2. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And we'll strike him out. And there's 2 away. That'll bring up
the right fielder, number 1, Frank May.
Frank May, the right fielder. Evan with the pitch. Low, ball 1. And he'll try to bunt this down right to Evan. He'll collect it, makes the throw to first, and it's a bad throw. That gets away from him. And the runner will advance to second base. That'll go down as an error.
The second baseman, number 22, Jackson Sarter.
Bottom of the order, Jackson Sarter, the second baseman. Left-handed batter, runner at second base with 2 outs. He'll show bunt, takes the first pitch inside, ball 1. Takes a look at second base. Misses low, ball 1. Or correction, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Evan thought he had that one. And fouls that one off. 2 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss on that one. Evens the count at 2-2. Time called at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base here for the Jaguars here in the top of the second inning. Two pitch. High, full count, 3-2. And foul tips that stay alive. Foul ball brought to you by McKee Law Firm, Personal Injury and Auto Accident Legal Services. And gets him looking, strike three on a nice curveball that cut in right across the plate. And they'll get out of the inning, no runs scored. It is 0-0 as we head to the bottom of the second inning. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Mateo Perez, Will Buck, Josh Alewe are your batters up next here for the Lobos as they're all tied up at 0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Brought to you by Cross Ridge Church. And he takes a first pitch for strike one. That pitch miss, swing and a miss, strike two. And gets him looking, strike three. So one away, and Buck comes to the plate. Buck batting 229. 229 on the season for Will Buck. 11 hits, no home runs, 3 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 7 walks, and 11 strikeouts. He's also got 2 stolen bases on the season. He'll come to the plate with nobody on and 1 out. Here in the top of the second inning, 0-0 is our score. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike one.
Ladies and gentlemen, for Little Rock Police Department, the owner of the gray Honda Pilot, license plate WWX6853, needs to be moved. Thank you.
Time called at the plate. Oh, 1 pitch, outside and high, ball 1. Outside, 2-1 to count. And he'll foul that one off. Foul ball brought to you by McKee Law Firm, Personal Injury and Auto Accident Legal Services. And he'll hit this one towards first, collect it, he'll pitch it to the pitcher, and 2 away.
The center fielder, number 6, Josh Holloway.
Josh Holloway comes to the plate batting .260. Has got 13 hits on the season so far. 2 RBIs, 9 runs scored, 3 walks, and 14 strikeouts. He's got 6 stolen bases. He'll take first pitch down the middle for strike 1. And he'll hit this one just over the pitcher's head. Shortstop with the grab in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lobos. We head to the top of the 3rd inning. It's 0-0. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Just as we went to break, Coach Harbin made a challenge on that out call at first base on Josh Holloway. 2 umpires got together and they decided, nope, he was out. Top of the 3rd inning brought to you by Elliott Spine and Sport, providing sports performance and chiropractic care to Little Elm and surrounding areas. As up next, for the Jaguars, they're back to the top of the order. Williams, Skinner, and Juarez as back to the lefties of the Jaguars. And first pitch is low, ball 1 for Evan King. So from Sarter down at the bottom of the order, all the way to the 5th batter in the order, that all lefties. And this is hit well out to center field, out to the gap. On his horse, making the catch is Josh Holloway. As he used that fantastic speed out there in center field to make the catch, 1 away.
The shortstop, number 9, Cooper Skinner.
Cooper Skinner struck out his first at bat. And a pitch inside as he showed bunt for ball 1. That hits the outside corner for strike 1. Swing and a miss on an outside off speed. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And he'll foul this one off. Foul ball brought to you by Fun Masters. Book early. Stress less, party later. Keeps the count at 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's the 1-2 pitch. Outside and high. 2-2. One out, nobody on here in the top of the third. And a beautiful curveball hits the inside corner for strike 3 looking. Two away for the Jaguars, and Juarez comes to the plate. He struck out looking.
Number 3.
His first at bat.
Trent Juarez.
That first pitch misses high, ball 1. One-oh pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. That's going to be a hit well out to second base. Buck with the throw to first in time, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lobos. As they get out of the top of the third inning, 0-0 is our score. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Mark Krushak, Cole Daly, Gabe Gedar, your batters up next here for the Lobos. Bottom of the third inning, here's the pitch. And Krushak takes the first pitch. Outside, ball 1. They're going to say he went around on a check swing. That's strike 1. Bottom of the third brought to you by Black Iron Athletics, Black Iron Athletics, where everyday people become everyday athletes. And Bart hammers this one out to center field. On his horse, getting to the wall, and it'll get to the wall. Krushak turns 2, and he is going to have a sliding triple. A triple for Mark Krushak that went to the wall 385
The
feet.
designated hitter, number 3, Cole Daly.
Now Cole Daly comes to the plate. Daly batting .257 on the season, 9 hits, 1 home run, 7 RBIs, 7 runs scored, 5 walks, 9 strikeouts. He's got 3 stolen bases. Krushak coming off injury, batting 100, but that's definitely going to help his average. Only 2 hits so far on the season, but that makes 3 now for the season. And now Cole comes to the plate with a runner at third base and no outs. He'll square up to bunt, and he'll take it in the back. So runners at first and third.
The catcher, number 2, Gabe Guerra.
And now Gabe Guerra comes to the plate with runners at first and third and no outs. Gabe squares up the bunt, takes an inside pitch, pulls it back high, ball 1. Runners at first and third for the Lobos. And he'll bunt this down first base side. It stays fair. And that will be an out at first. And a 1 run scores. And 2 runs will score. A fantastic bunt by Gabe Guerra, the catcher. Put it square down first base side and allowed 2 runs to score for the Lobos. They lead 2-0. One out on the sacrifice bunt with 2 RBIs. And back to the top of the order here for the Lobos, and it's Maddox Green. Inside, misses ball 2. And that's inside. Correction is saying 2 balls and a strike on Maddox. That's in there for strike 2. Two-two pitch. And he'll foul that one off. Foul ball brought to you by Fun Masters. Book early, stress less, party later. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, nobody on. And it's a 2-0 lead for the Lobos. Here's the pitch. And he'll hit this one up the middle towards second base. He'll collect it, makes the throw to first. In time, 2 away.
The left fielder, number 4, Matthew Garner.
Now Matty, the left fielder, comes to the plate, singled his first at bat. 2 away, nobody on. Outside, hits the outside corner for strike 1. And check swing, strike 2. Oh, they're going to say he did not go around, so 1 ball, 1 strike. chop this one to second. Short blooper, and that's trouble. And he is safe at first. So runner at first for Maddie.
The pitcher, number 11, Evan King.
And Evan King comes to the plate. Evan popped out to short his first at bat. And he's got Durner at first once again with 2 outs. Throw to first, not in time. Low, ball 1. That hits the outside corner for strike 1. One and one the count, 2 outs, runner at first base for the Lobos. They got a 2-0 lead. Inside, misses ball 2. Outside, 3 balls, 1 strike. And Evan crushes this one out to left center. That ball is back. It is gone. 2-run shot.
The third baseman.
And it is a 4-0 lead here for the Lobos. And now Mateo Perez comes to the plate. With 2 outs, nobody on. After the 2-run bomb by Evan King over left center. Inside pitch hits for strike 1. And inside again for strike 2. There's the one. And hits this one. Wraps this one out to the wall in left field. And Mateo turns one. And he'll have a stand-up double. That'll bring Will Buck to the plate. Will grounded out the first, his first at bat, and here comes the head coach for the Flower Mound Jaguars to discuss things over. Don't forget our next broadcast Tuesday. Next week, the 24th, we're at home here at the backyard against the Capel Cowboys. 7 p.m. first pitch. And then Friday, we're at Capel, 7 p.m. first pitch against the Cowboys. Don't miss all the action right here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio coverage of Lobos baseball. 4-0 is our score. It's been a 4-run inning here for the Lobos here in the bottom of the third inning. Capped off by a 2-run shot by Evan King over left center. And he crushed it over left center. It wasn't even close. And now Mateo Perez follows that up with a stand-up double. Now Will Buck comes to the plate. 0 for 1 on the night, grounded out the first. Look to try to keep this two-out rally going here in the third inning. Josh Alewe is on deck. And inside and high, ball 1. And there is activity in the bullpen for the Jaguars. And Will hits this one foul, nearly hits Coach Chibury standing there at first base coaching box. Foul ball brought to you by Fund Masters. Book early, stress less, party later. There's the 1-1. And that'll hit the outside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Will. 2 outs and a runner at second base on a 4-0 lead. And swing and a miss on an outside pitch. They'll get out of the inning, but not before the Lobos get 4. Capped off by an Evan King bomb over left center. A 2-run shot. That gives them a 4-0 lead. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Stevens, Jennings, Rogers are your next batters up here for the Jaguars. Here in the top of the 4th inning, brought to you by 1228 Vend, providing premier custom solutions for vending and markets in the DFW area and beyond. Kenny Long with you here for Lobos baseball here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. It is a 4-0 lead here for the Lobos. They had a great inning here in the bottom of the 3rd. An outside pitch by Evan misses, ball 1. Outside 2-0. That hits the outside corner for strike 1. Evan King, his 6th home run on the season. A 2-run shot over left center. That gave the Lobos the 4-0 lead. Right now he's down in the count 3-1. All right, now Evan is down in the count, 3 balls and a strike to the batter, Stevens. Coach Harmon came out having a talk with the home plate umpire. I can think about the chanting going on at the Jaguars dugout. So some comments are made. Here we go. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Evan. And that's going to go low, and he'll walk him. So runner at first base. And no outs here for the Jaguars. They're down 4-0.
The first baseman, number 2, Connor Jennings.
Jennings grounded out to second, his first at bat. He'll pop this one up high out to left field. And Durner underneath it makes the catch, holds the runner at first base, 1 away. That'll bring up Rogers, who grounded out.
Number 10, Kale Rogers.
Grounded out to short. His first at bat with 1 out and a runner at first base. Throw to first, not in time. Misses the outside. One ball, no strikes. That's in there for strike 1. Outside corner. Throw to first, not in time. There's the 1-1. That gets the outside corner for strike 2. Again, another throw over to first base. Swing and a miss, and strikes him out, 2 away. That's 6 strikeouts on the night for Evan so far. Now Placek that struck out his first at bat.
Correction, Grant Plaza.
Outside, misses ball one.
Everybody clap your hands.
Timeout called at the plate by the batter. 2 outs, 1 on a 1-0 count. Pitch from Evan. Outside, misses. Two balls, no strikes. That's in there for strike one. Timeout called by the batter once again. Here's the 2-1. And that's going to be a hit way out to right field. Mark on his horse and tries to get underneath it. Can't. He gets to the fence. And he's unable to make the grab. But evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at first base. For the Jaguars, they're down 4-0. Here in this top of the 4th inning, brought to you by 1220 FM, providing premier custom solutions for vending and markets in the DFW area and beyond. Outside, misses, full count, 3-2. Foul ball brought to you by Bandera Utility Contractors. We are equipped to handle challenging site, groundwater, and schedule conditions. Three-two, and behind the batter, and he'll walk him. That puts runners at first and second, and 2 outs for Frank May. Looks like that one just kind of got away from Evan. And Coach Harp is going to come out and have a talk with Evan here. And the infield will come in as well. NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio's coverage of Lobos baseball here on our YouTube channel, LEHS Baseball 2026. Please subscribe, follow. You can also go to the chat box on the YouTube channel or on the Facebook. We are simulcasting on both the NYSR Facebook page and my personal Facebook page. Shoot us a message, let us know where you're watching from and your favorite player. We'll give a shout out. As we are back ready for play.
The right fielder, number 1, Frank May.
May reached on an error his first at bat. He's got runners at first and second with 2 outs. That's in there for strike 1. There's the 0-1, and that's going to be hit well out to right field, but Mark underneath it makes the catch, and they'll get out of the inning. No runs scored as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Lobos with a 4-0 lead. Live here from the backyard at Little Elm High School. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. New pitcher in for the Jaguars. Tyler Cochran, number 18, comes in relief, a left-hander. Cochran, 6'1", 195. He is a right-handed pitcher, or excuse me, left-handed pitcher, senior. And things get started with Josh Olaway, Mark Krushak, and Cole Daly. And that's fouled off by Josh. 0-1 the count. And that's hit well. Down left base side, over third base for a single for Josh Olaway. And he's going to stretch this out to a double as the left fielder slipped. So make it a double for Josh Olaway to start things off. And Mark Krushak will come to the plate. He
fielder, number 13, Mark Krushak.
had a triple his first at bat and scored to start things off in that 4th inning. Shows bunt, and that ball gets past the catcher, and Olaway will get to third base. Want to know the count to Mark. Mark shows bunt, pulls it back, ball 2.
You hear that, Steve? There's a man in the woods.
Two balls, no strikes to Mark. with a layaway at third, no outs. He'll show bunt again, pulls it back. That's in there for strike one. Again, squares up to bunt. Pulls it back. Outside corner for strike two. 2-2 the count to Mark. And swings and misses on that one. Strikes out, one away.
The designated hitter, number 3, Cole Daly.
Now Cole Daly comes to the plate with a runner at third base. Cole takes a first pitch strike on the outside. Gabe Guetta is on deck. Here's the 0-1. He'll square up, lays it down. And Josh will score. And it's a sacrifice bunt for an RBI for Cole Daly. And it's a 5-0 lead for the Lobos.
The catcher, number 2, Gabe Guetta.
Now Gabe Guetta comes to the plate. He had the 2 RBI sacrifice bunt in the third inning. Outside pitch misses, ball 1. He's got nobody on but 2 outs, and a 5-0 lead here for the Lobos. And Gabe hits this one out to center field, and center field is able to catch up to it and make the out. But the Lobos get another one. And we head to the top of the 5th. Lobos lead 5-0. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Bottom of the order, Sartor back to the top. Williams and Skinner are your batters up next here for the Jaguars, as the Lobos lead 5-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Brought to you by 108 Performance, #1 state-of-the-art baseball and softball program that develops movement patterns that will translate to on-the-field performance. Inside pitch misses, ball one. I also want to thank Nomad Baseball, providing in-depth baseball training that is tailored to athletes. They sponsored that bottom of the fourth inning. Outside misses, 2-0. Three balls, no strikes now. That's in there for strike one on the outside. And that misses outside, and he'll walk him. So runner at first base once again with no outs here for the Jaguars. And top of the order, Williams. Singled and stranded at first base is first at bat, then you fly it out to center field is second. Misses outside. One ball, no strikes. That misses inside. Two balls, no strikes. Throw to first, not in time. That misses inside and low, 3-0. That's right down the kitchen. Three and one the count. And he'll walk a second one. No outs and runners at first and second now for Evan. He'll come out and talk to Evan once again. Coach Harvin. It's a 5-0 lead here for the Lobos here in the top of the fifth inning, brought to you by 108 Performance. #1 state-of-the-art baseball and softball program that develops movement patterns that will translate to the on-field performance. Extra base hits brought to you by Nomad Baseball, providing in-depth baseball training that is tailored to athletes. We've had a few of them here tonight. A couple of doubles, a triple, a two-run homer. It's been a good night at the plate here for the Lobos. They want to try to keep this going and shut this door here. They've got a shutout working here in the top of the fifth inning. And there's runners at first and second with no outs. The Jaguars' Skinner to the plate. He struck out. He's 0 for 2 on his last two at bats. Throw to second. Not in time, but it was close.
Number 9, Cooper Skinner.
Misses low, ball one right down the middle. That hits the inside corner for strike one. Time called at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And he'll bunt this down third base side. Throw to first is not in time. Richardson was charging in from first and no coverage at first base. And that's going to load the bases with no outs.
The third baseman, number 3, Trent Orez.
So no outs and bases loaded. And Juarez comes to the plate. He struck out looking at first at bat and grounded out to second. Outside, misses ball one. That misses the inside corner low. 2-0 the count. Misses outside. 3 balls, no strikes. There is activity in the bullpen for the Lobos. And he will walk a run in. It is now 5-1. And that's probably going to be all for Evan. As call to the bullpen is brought to you by Welch HVAC. Our goal is to provide your facility with premium HVAC solutions. Keep it here. Braden Rainey comes in to try to shut the door. It's a 5-1 lead for the Lobos. Keep it here. We'll be back. Stevens, the first batter to meet up with Braden Rainey. Rainey takes over the mound here for Evan. He's got bases loaded with no outs. And a 5-1 lead. Takes the first pitch outside, strike one. Rainey comes in, 19.1 innings pitch. He's 4-0 on the season. He's got 1 save, 17 hits, 9 runs, 7 walks, 13 strikeouts, 4 hit batters. And that's going to be hit well out to right field, but making the catch is Turner, and he gets the ball in quickly and holds the runners. Great job by Matty Turner for 1 out and holds the runners at the bases. Rainey's got a 1.81 ERA and a 1.241 whip.
The first baseman, number 2, Connor Jennings.
1 out, and Jennings grounded out and fly out. He's 0 for 2. Bases loaded with 1 out. That misses low, ball 1. Outside misses, 2-0. Time called at the plate. Just saw the messages. Sorry about that. You're doing an excellent job. And shout out to Maddox. Thank you very much, Ronnie Green. Shout out to Maddox Green out there at shortstop. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Braden. And he hits the inside corner. A beautiful curveball. Cut hard to the inside on the batter for strike 1. And time called at the plate once again. Karen Pinter, 493. Braden Rainey's great aunt and uncle watching from the mountains of Southern California. Go Lobos. Would love to see you broadcast the ladies softball on YouTube as well. Three balls and a strike now with 1 out and bases loaded. Here's the 3-1, hit the first, collected. And he'll get 1 out at second base. They had no play anywhere else. But he stays safe and gets the out for 2 outs, and it's a 5-2 lead.
The designated hitter, number 10, Kale Rogers.
So runners at second and third, 2 outs. Outside misses, ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Rainey with the pitch. And a nice curveball drops in for strike 1. 2-1 pitch. Stopped by Getter behind the play, but it's 3 balls and a strike now. Swing and a miss. And it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. And he'll walk him. It's a high pitch inside. Was really close, but he'll get the walk and it reloads the bases with 2 outs.
The catcher, number 11, Grant Classic.
Classic now to the plate with bases loaded, 2 outs. Misses low, ball 1. That's in there for strike 1. And time called at the plate by the batter. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs, bases loaded. It's 5-2. Lobos with the lead. Jaguars at the plate. And misses outside, 2-1. Gabe tried to frame that one in. Swing and a miss on that one, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases loaded for the Jaguars. They're down 5-2. And Braden Rainey on the mound here for the Lobos in relief of Evan King. Trying to get out of this inning. 2-2 pitch. Outside misses, full count. There's the pitch and pops it up. Evan gets underneath it in foul territory, makes the catch. And they maintain the lead by 3. It is 5-2. Lobos with the lead. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Glad to know we're reaching people in Southern California and Northern California, the mountains of California. Live here at Little Elm High School in Little Elm, Texas. The backyard is the place to be. 5-2 is our score. Lobos with the lead over the Flower Mound Jaguars. Coming up next here for the Lobos, top of the order, Maddox Green, Matthew Durner, Evan King. Lobos continue to hold on to this lead. And first pitch misses outside, ball one to Maddox. Maddox 0 for 2, flied out and grounded out his first 2 at bats. And he'll hit this one to short. Collected, makes the throw to first, and in time for the out, 1 away.
The left fielder, number 4, Matthew Gunner.
That brings up Matty. Singled in the first. Also singled and scored in the third. He's 2 for 2 on the night. And now he'll face the lefty Cochran on the mound here for the Jaguars. And takes the first pitch for strike 1. Durner hits this one towards first. It'll go foul. And he's down in the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Outside misses, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And hits this one well out to right field. That's going to get in the gap in the right center. Matty turns one, and he will have a double once again. And it's a 1-out double for Matty Durner. Now Evan King comes to the plate.
Number 11, Evan King.
Evan 1 for 2 on the night. He popped out to short in the first, and he had the 2-run homer over left center in the third to give the Lobos a 4-0 lead. They now lead 5-2 with a runner at second base and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Brought to you by... That's hit in the gap for a single out to center field. Durner holds up. He started to go, but Coach Harbin held him at third base, and his runners at first and third for Mateo Perez. Bottom of the 5th inning brought to you by Dr. Josh Heenan and Advanced Therapy Performance. Get there faster, results-driven training and therapy for athletes looking to reach high-level performance goals, and home to the 90-mile-per-hour formula.
The third baseman, number 23, Mateo Perez.
Now Mateo Perez struck out looking in the second and then had the big double in the third. Throw to first, not in time. Durner over at third base, Evan over at first. And the head coach comes out to talk to his pitcher for the Jaguars. Just a quick conversation. Mateo squares up to bunt. And another throw to first. First baseman unable to glove it. but keeps everybody safe. Again, squares up. Tries to drop it down first base side, goes foul. Foul ball brought to you by Dr. Rohr and PT Concepts, leading North Texas in physical therapy. 0-1 the count to Perez. And he'll drop this one down. And that'll get down the line and just roll foul. 0-2 the count. Nearly kept it down the line. It just crawled across that line. No balls, 2 strikes for Mateo. 1 out. Here's the pitch, and outside misses, ball 1. Will Buck is on deck. And Mateo crushes this one out to left center field, but the center fielder catches it, and Durner holds up at third. There's 2 away, and a good throw from the center fielder.
The second baseman, number 1, Will Buck.
Now Will Buck comes to the plate, grounded out, struck out. Two outs. 2 on here for the Lobos. They lead 5-2 here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Buck takes a first pitch low and outside for a strike. And playing a little base running game here. Evan caught between first and second. They're going to let him go back to first base. They'll walk the ball back to the pitcher. And they lose the ball, and Turner scores. First baseman dropped the ball. That allowed Evan to take off for second, and Turner took off from third and scores at 6-2. Misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Will Buck. Swing and a miss, strike 2. 1-2 the count now to Will. Outside, 2-2.
You hear that, Steve? There's a man in the woods.
Time called at the plate by Will. And he'll foul tip that one off. Foul ball brought to you by Dr. Rohr and PT Concepts, leading North Texas in physical therapy. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base for Will Buck. Here's the 2-2. And drops low. And it's a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. And gets him looking outside corner. That actually looked a little high. But the Lobos get one. They lead 6-2. Keep it here. We head to the top of the 6th. Lobos baseball here on NYSR, National Youth Sports Radio. Bottom of the order for the Flower Mound Jaguars. May, Sarter, then back to the top, Williams are your 3 batters up next here. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Lobos lead 6-2. Top of the 6th brought to you by Welch HVAC. Our goal is to provide your facility with premium HVAC solutions. Braden Rainey on the mound here for the Lobos. Here's the pitch and a beautiful curveball, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch from Braden. Braden misses outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. That's going to be fouled off.
The right fielder, number 1, Frank May.
1 ball, 2 strikes is the count. And hits this one, a grounder, blooper. No one's on first. And miscommunication on the coverage to first base. As Evan King came off the bat to get the ball and nobody was there, so it's a single. Or will they score that an error?
The second baseman, number 22, Jackson Sarter.
We'll call it a single. So a runner at first base and no outs. Rainey, a curveball on the inside corner, strike 1. So runner at first, no outs here for Braden. Throw to first, not in time. Oh, 1 pitch, outside corner, strike 2. Up on the count, 0-2 on the batter with no outs. Another throw to first, not in time. And fouls that one off. Stays alive at 0-2. Foul ball brought to you by Frisco Dentistry for Kids, helping young family members grow up at ease in the dental environment. Oh, 2 pitch is fouled off once again and out of play down the third base side. Oh, 2 pitch. Just misses high inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Another throw to first. And that's going to be hit to short and gets past Maddox out to center field for a single. And there's runners at first and second with no outs. So back-to-back singles here for the Jaguars. No outs.
Number 5, Caden Baldry. Baldry, number 5, now hitting.
And we got a pinch hitter in for Flower Mound. Caden Baldry, number 5 for Williams. Outside, misses ball 1. That drops low for ball 2. That gets in there for strike 1. Two balls and a strike now to the batter. No outs, runners at first and second. Squares at the bunt, takes strike 2. Two balls, 2 strikes. And time called at the plate. To 6-2 lead for the Lobos. And that's going to be hit out to left field. Durner tracks it in foul territory, makes the catch, 1 away. Now Skinner.
The shortstop number 9, Cooper Skinner.
Comes to the plate, the lefty, with runners at first and second and 1 out. Top of the 6th inning, brought to you by Welch HVAC. That misses outside, ball 1. Drops low, 2-0. That gets the outside corner for strike 1. 2 balls and a strike now to the batter, with 1 out and 2 on. Two-one pitch. Misses low, 3-1. Swing and a miss on that pitch. Puts it at a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Three-two pitch. Outside, misses, walks, the bases loaded. So 1 out, bases loaded here for the Jaguars.
Baseman number 3, Trent Juarez.
Now Juarez comes to the plate. Misses inside, ball 1. That's in there for strike 1. Braden battling hard here in the top of the 6th inning. It's a 6-2 lead for the Lobos with 1 out. And base is loaded, and Gabe's going to go have a chat. Do have some action in the bullpen for the Lobos. So I got a camera that's probably about to lose power here, the one we're currently looking at. So we may have to make an adjustment here. We'll keep it on as long as it'll hold. It's only got about 1% left on his battery. We had a late start to this game. That pitch is inside and misses. 2 balls and a strike. That's right down the middle for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out, bases loaded. Two pitch. Drops low. Here's the throw home. Oh, and they're going to call him safe. And here comes Coach Harbin. That was not a good call. Braden had him on the tag. Got the explanation, not what he wanted, and it's 6-3. The other 2 runners have advanced to 3rd and 2nd. I believe it's going to be a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes to the batter, Juarez. So 6-3 is the lead. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for the Jaguars on a full count, 3-2. Scoreboard says 2-2. I could be wrong. And that's going to be fouled off. Foul ball brought to you by Frisco Dentistry for Kids, helping young family members grow up at ease in the dental environment. Still shows 2-2. And that's well, the home plate umpire says it's now 3-2. And fouls that off to stay alive. Three-two pitch, hit out to center field, making the catch. Josh can't hold it. It drops. One run will score. And it's 6-4. And that's probably going to be all for Braden. That'll be all for Braden, and we will step away. New pitcher coming in here for the Lobos. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues here on NYSR National League Sports Radio. So a bunch of changes. Will Buckleby, the new pitcher on the mound here for the Lobos. Josh Alewe will come out of center field and take over at second base. Matty Turner will move over to center field. And Declan Conti comes in and takes over left field. And Will Buck comes in relief.
The center fielder, number 4, Roman Stevens.
Here in this top of the 6th inning, it's a 6-4, a 2-run lead here for the Lobos now. They've scored 2, the Jaguars have scored 2, and they got runners at first and third. Outside corner, strike one for Will. Will Buck, 6 innings pitched. He's 0-2 on the season. 1 saves. He got 6 hits, allowing 4 runs, 6 walks, 5 strikeouts. Got a 4.66 ERA and a 2 whip. He's up in the count 0-1 with 1 out, runners at first and third. Trying to hold on to this 6-4 lead. Outside misses, ball 1. Throw to first, not in time. Low, 2 balls and a strike. Throw to first, not in time. Foul down first base side. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Throw to first, not in time. And gets him looking, strike 3. 2 away.
The first baseman, number 2, Connor Jennings.
Throw to first, not in time. 2 outs, runners at first and third. Fakes the throw to third and looks at first. Jennings 0 for 3 on the night. That's in there for strike 1. Outside, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. Throw to first. There's the 1-1 from Will. Swing and a miss, strike 2. High, 2-2. Gets it, looking, strike 3 on the inside corner. And the Lobos hold on to the lead, 6-4. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Correction, bottom of the 6th inning. Lobos coming to bat. They lead 6-4. Keep it here. Josh Olewe. Outside, misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. One ball, 2 strikes. Misses outside, 2-2. So as you're watching, just let you know we did lose the camera. I had to reconnect. The other 2 swing and a miss, strike 3, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Lobos. We head to the top of the 7th inning. Lobos lead 6-4. They have a 2-run lead as we head to the top of the 7th inning. At bottom of the 6th, brought to you by LD Automotive, family-owned auto repair shop, fast, hassle-free, and cost-effective. Lobos need 3 outs to secure this win over the Flower Mound Jaguars. We'll keep these cameras running as long as we can. Late start, long batteries. Keep it here. Lobos baseball continues on NYSR National News Sports Radio. And welcome back as the Jaguars come to bat here in the top of the 7th inning, brought to you by Cross Ridge Church. Will Buck remains on the mound here for the Lobos to try to finish things off. They lead 6-4. The Jaguars will try to rally here. Buck, first pitch, misses low, ball 1. As he faces Rogers, Plassick, and May. That's in there for strike 1. Two balls and a strike. That's in there for strike 2. Two pitch. High outside. Full count, 3-2. Foul ball is brought to you by the Pack Athletic Club, Little Elm Area's #1 youth baseball and softball development program. 6-4. It's a 2-run lead here for the Lobos. Top of the 7th. And this is hit foul. Keeps the count at 3-2. Misses low and walks him. Runner at first base, no outs. Now Plasic will come to the plate.
Number 11 and Grant, Plasic.
Plasic 0 for 3, struck out in the second. He walked and was stranded at first in the 4th inning, and then popped up to first base in foul territory in the 5th. Lobos need outs. They lead 6-4. That's in there for strike 1. Throw to first, not in time. Pops this one up. Evan calls it, makes the catch, 1 away. And Frank May now comes to the plate. 1 out, runner at first base. Throw to first, not in time. Another throw to first. Outside corner for strike 1. Pops this one up. Josh Alewe calls it, makes the catch, 2 away. One out away from a win here for the Lobos. Top of the 7th inning, they lead 6-4. They got a runner at first base. And bottom of the order, Sarter. Struck out looking in the 2nd. He walked and scored in the 5th, and he singled and scored in the 6th. Two outs. That's going to be popped up. Mateo with the call in foul territory, makes the catch, and the Lobos get the win. 6-4 Lobos. Player of the game, Evan King with 4 innings pitched, 6 walks but 6 strikeouts, and the 2-run shot that gave them the 4-0 lead that helped push them to that 6-4 win here. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here at the postgame show with Evan King momentarily. Keep it here. We'll be back. And welcome back to the postgame show here on NYSR National Youth Sports Radio. Coverage of Lobos baseball, a 6-4 win for the Lobos against the Flower Mound Jaguars. Powered by 4 innings of pitching by Evan King, our player of the game. Evan, thank you for joining us.
Of course.
And great job, 6 strikeouts on the night.
Yes, sir.
You did have 6 walks, but you know what? You brought us in with a lead, 4-0, powered by that crushing 2-run homer over left center. Tell me, when you hit that ball, did you know it was gone?
I'll tell you what, John, or not Johnny. Kenny. I'll tell you what. I hit a lot of bombs during practice. Most of the time they're not fence scrapers over this 310 wall. I got jammed real hard. I got jammed on that fastball, but I knew I caught enough of it, and I knew the wind was going to help me out. Short answer, no, I did not think it was going to go out until I saw him just keep going back and back and back, and suddenly lights started flickering. But, yeah.
Do you like the light flicker thing that goes on?
Man. It's such a blessing. This is the second time I saw it. First time at Braswell, now here. Hopefully I can keep that going for everyone. And I love it. It's an amazing touch.
You started out really strong on the mound tonight. You looked really good. You were hitting your spots.
Yes,
how did it feel getting started this game against Flower Mound?
I knew that, at the Braswell game, you could see one of their coaches sitting up in the stands, and I didn't like that outing. And I told myself when I went to sleep that night, they're not going to see the same Evan King. They're not going to see the same Evan King. So I got a good night's rest, woke up, took the day off school, and I just locked in all day. Knew I was going to be the different Evan King, the Evan King that should be out there.
Well, we definitely saw that. We saw you struggle during the Braswell game. You had good stuff, but it just you weren't finding the mark, and you kind of struggled there. But you held on. You held on to a good win there. But this was different today. You came in looking really strong. You were hitting spots right off the bat.
Sure.
You kind of lost it towards the middle end of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was a case of velocity or it just weren't getting the calls, because to me there was a few that were there. It was like, okay, those were strikes earlier in the game.
Definitely, yeah. That's just something I got to acclimatize to. I'm no stranger to umpires squeezing the zone once you get in later in the game. Happened all the time in College Station. I think it was just the accumulation of everything, right? The velo was there to begin with. Joey on the radar over here said I was topping out at 94. And then I don't know what I was sitting later in the game, but I was just missing my marks. Getting a little frustrated with myself and the umpire that those balls weren't going where I wanted them to. But it's okay. I knew Braden Rainey was going to come in. He was going to spin the ball and he's going to make them look goofy. And walks are going to happen, errors are going to happen. I think he dealt with it beautifully.
Yeah, he sure did. It was a great win for the Lobos. You guys hung in there, even with the late rally from the Jaguars. You held on to a 6-4 win. Congratulations. Senior year, correct?
Yes, sir, it is.
So what are your future plans? What's coming up?
So I'm committed to play JUCO baseball at Eastern Arizona right now. I'm going to hopefully transfer out to a school like Tennessee, and then I'm going to get drafted. And, I'm going to be the best baseball player you've ever seen.
All right. Evan King, our player of the game here. The win 6-4 here for the Lobos. Evan, thank you for joining us. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend, and congratulations.
You too, Kenny.
All right. Keep it here. We'll be back on Tuesday for Capel. The Capel Cowboys come here to the backyard here at Little Elm. We'll have it live right here, 7 p.m. first pitch, 6:45 airtime. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.